Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Maddie. How are you? How's your day going?
Good. It's
Good.
fine. We just did an interview.
We sure did. We just did an interview with Katie and Nicole from the Little Colony.
They have such a cool concept. I really do think that, the opportunity is endless for that sort of company.
Right? It's just going to be something that builds and builds.
Yeah, I'm excited for everyone to hear it. How was your 4th of July?
It was okay. We went and hung out at my aunt's for most of the day, and then went home a little early because most of the stuff got canceled.
Why?
And because there was a shooting on the 4th of July at a parade because we live in America and why wouldn't there be? So anyway, gun control is important and we need to do something about it in this country.
Hear ye, hear ye.
So that's our little PSA today, folks. We need to do something, and we need to stop acting like we are desensitized to this, because we're not. People did not get to go home from a 4th of July parade, and that's horrible. And there's nowhere safe anymore, and everything's scary. So if we could maybe stop that, that would be good.
President Joe Biden.
Doing nothing. Why would you bring him up?
Listen, that is like bringing up the Queen of England. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't actually like that. There's no point.
There's no point. And if I see one more motherfucking tweet from that man saying some dumb shit about his condolences and they're gonna do something and fight for blah blah blah, blow me. Why would you bring up Joe Biden?
Joe Byron.
So anyway, we had 2 great guests, and I hope you enjoyed the episode.
I said I've been listening to your episodes.
Horrific.
No, I love them. I think they're great.
It makes me panic when they do that.
Why?
Because I'm just like, the thought of other people listening to my voice is just my nightmare.
I get it. And we also have to listen to the same sentences being said over and over as we're editing this stuff. So,
right. Do you guys like your voices, or do you hate them? Because I feel like, doesn't everyone kind of hate their voice in a way?
100%.
My accent is so bad. It's so bad. I hate it. And then also, can I just say, Nicole and I cannot be on the same call together. We're going to talk over each other this entire time.
I'm trying so hard not to. I'm like...
No, I am. Emmett's going to lose his mind when he does the audio, but like that's what happens when you have 4 girls talking on the same thing.
It's just part of it.
Yeah.
Get over it.
He knew going into it. So it's fine.
I just spent 5 days in Wisconsin, so I'm going to have the Wisconsin accent on top of my awful Chicago accent.
Perfect.
It's Midwest. It's Midwest vibes. What can they, you know what? They know what they're here for.
They know.
Okay, so hi ladies. How is everybody doing? How's your life? And by 3 of us, I mean Nicole and Katie from the Little Colony. We have them on our show today. How are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? What did you do for the 4th of July?
Gosh, I was at a lot of pool parties, and sadly, I don't feel like I tanned at all. It's like I wasn't out in the sun, so I'm kind of depressed about that, but
yeah.
It was fun. Just a lot of, and I'm exhausted today. I'm like, everyone should certainly have today off. Feels like a crime to be back in the swing of things. I'm like not mentally ready for it yet, you know?
I totally agree.
I
was in Wisconsin, so a lot of boating, but I don't tan ever, so I don't feel like I was cheated on anything. I was actually slathering myself with sunblock.
It's what we should all be doing. I wear it on my face every day, but I'm not great about putting it on like the rest of my body unless I'm actually gonna be in a swimsuit frying, but even so.
And Maddie is out in LA, so she's got a lot of California sun now.
It is good sun. It makes for long days. I didn't expect the furthest south I've ever lived, so it's very far south.
What did you guys do?
I didn't really do much. It was kind of a lame 4th of July because it was on a Monday. I was just sort of like not in the mood to do anything. So I went to fireworks and stuff last night with some people on the beach. So that was fun. But other than that, I didn't really get into a whole lot. What about you, Hannah?
We went down to my aunt's and we hung out at her house. Due to the events that occurred, our parade was canceled. So we just hung out at their house and then went home early also because of the fireworks being canceled. So it wasn't too crazy of a day on our end. It was pretty low key. How's everybody's muggle jobs? Do we all enjoy our jobs? Is everything going well? I know we used to all work together, except for Maddie, but we all are in different places. How's all that going?
It's going well. I'm enjoying my new job. It's not the same as working with you guys. Like that was like an epic colleague place. So I definitely miss you guys, but it's good. I'm enjoying it. It's like a challenge, which is always good. You know, we have the little colony, which is like the creative side of my life, which is nice. How are you, Katie? How's Niven?
It's good. I mean, Niven's fine.
Are
Definitely
we alone
different
saying
and
that?
not as fun as it was when I first started. So I started only about 3 years ago, and Hannah and Nicole, along with a few other fun people, were like a blast to work with. And then they all started to leave one by one. So it's different, but it's fine. Good people there. So but the little colony is definitely exciting, and like Nicole said, it's the creative side, and it's fun working on something that we're like building from the ground up and to see where it goes.
And how did you guys decide on starting the little colony? And how did you decide on the name?
Back in 2020, the summer of 2020, like I've always been the type of person that wants to start a company or do something. And even though I was working full time, I also have 2 little girls. And at that time I think Vivian was 5.5 and my younger one was like 2.5, 3. Maybe she just turned 3. And because of COVID, you know, there wasn't like things going on where you could like have a garage sale. And I'm not a big Facebook person. I'm on it, but like selling stuff on Facebook, there's all those stories about people that like murder you when you go to pick something up or whatever. So I was like, I don't want to do that during COVID. Thinking of all the things that I had in my house, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like I wish somebody could come by and take it and organize it and tell me if it's worth anything, because I feel like it is. And so I just started like brainstorming on what that could be, because I also looked into whether or not that existed yet, if somebody would come by and pick it up. And during COVID, that really wasn't a thing. So nobody was going to come save me from my stuff. So I kind of came up with the concept of a company taking items off of your hands and getting back to you with an offer, and then in turn either renting it out to people, because more and more people over the younger generations especially are more open to like renting items rather than just buying and consuming so much stuff, because it does affect the environment so much. There's just so much stuff out there. Like I was even thinking the fact that like I was one of the last ones to have kids, and here I am still buying a new stroller. I'm like, how many strollers do the 10 of my good friends and I have combined? It's ridiculous. I applied to this Milwaukee Tech Hub cohort. They have like for startups, and it was a class with mentorships and how to get a startup going. So I took that, and it was really exciting. It was great. It was at night, so I was still working at Niven. So it was just at night. It was really exciting, but then I never really took it to the next level. I just like flushed out the concept, and that's what the cohort was for, is help you flush it out, vet it, and get ready to speak to investors, people that can help you get it to the next level with the technology or whatnot. And then it just kind of took a back seat because Niven was kind of started getting busy. And then Nicole and I, like last summer, we started talking about what we were doing over COVID. And I told her that concept. She told me about something she worked on. She was like, oh, this sounds really cool. And I can't remember if you said that you wanted to try and work on it, or if I was like, do you want to work on it with me?
Yeah. I think we went out to lunch. Katie told me more about the idea, and she was like, do you want to do it with me? And I was like, yeah, let's go for it. Katie was so passionate about it. I've always loved the idea of small business entrepreneur. Like I've always had ideas of things that I could do like side hustle wise, but I would say like the missing ingredient was like working with someone like Katie. For me, having that partnership is really important to me. And I think I could never do something on my own. Like I need someone who's like there working with me, like we're building it together. Being a people person, like it's just much more exciting that way. We really just like dug in and treated it like any project. Obviously, we're used to working on projects together. So we treated it like any other project that we were working on. And we were like, okay, let's start with like small little goals and just keep working towards them. And it's been awesome. Like it's been so fun to work together on this. We're really like passionate and like believe really strongly in it. It's been great.
And Nicole, I feel like she's such a focused like project person. It just works really well because I'm that person that's like, well, and then it's like this huge big picture. And Nicole's like, okay, we have to like get there somehow.
It's like yin and yang, you know.
That's
like it's
good.
like a balance.
I feel like it's always nice to have the combination of people who are project focused and then more long-term dreamer type. And
Yeah, we need a project focus
building a
person on our
business,
side.
you know.
I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah.
Are you guys both the dreamer type?
Yeah. We need a little more structure, I think. Guys, that was wonderful. Thank you for all of that information. I appreciate getting all of that so quickly. I had all of these questions and I was like, boom, done, boom, done, boom, done. So that's great. That really worked out. I knew you guys would be able to keep the conversation flowing and go off of one each other. So great job. So out of the two of you guys, who has more pets?
I do, right? I have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Well, you might have little pets.
I just have a dog, one dog.
And 3
Little
children.
pets.
I have 2 dogs.
Dog people.
And yeah, right. I was gonna say no cats.
Well, Aaron, my husband, is very allergic to cats. So if I even bring that subject up, he's giving me a dirty look. He's shutting it down right away. There will be no cats here.
I wish I could get one, but I'm allergic too. It stinks because they're so low key. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm
Yeah.
a dog person for sure, but they're just so low key and a little buddy. It would be nice to have them. Because I don't have any little buddies, but you guys have little buddies running around. How many kids do each of you guys have?
I have 3.
I have 2.
Nice. And are
I
they?
didn't know if you were gonna elaborate on your 3.
Oh no, I was just waiting.
Yeah,
You
Nicole.
read my mind and interjected that in there.
Nicole, you have 1 daughter, and Katie, you have 2 daughters, right?
Correct.
That's got to be a lot of girl clothes and bows and things like that. I know Nicole accumulated quite a few bows when I was working at Niven with you guys.
I actually have a lot of clothes for all of them because I would say it's just a problem in my life of shopping too much. But I mean, I do use clothing, so I feel better about it. Like it's not as big of a problem. But yeah, we have like a ton of clothes and stuff over here for sure. But yeah, I have 2 sons and then a daughter. And obviously with her, like I went crazy because she's the youngest. So like when I found out I was having a girl, oh my gosh, I finally get to buy all this stuff I've been dying to buy, you know, like leggings and skirts and dresses. It was out of control for sure. I'll admit it. It was a little crazy.
Nicole, I was going to ask you, I know when we worked there, you used to send stuff out that you would sell, like resell?
Yes. I would sell stuff on Kidizen, which is like an app. So you can basically upload all of your old clothes, like photos of them, the condition, the price, and then you just ship them to whoever buys them. And the app facilitates it and makes it easy to like print out your shipping label, etc. And it's actually like super simple. I think it's really good if you're looking for like a specific item. It's convenient, but it does take quite a bit of work in terms of got to get those good photos and you have to upload them. You have to make sure like there's no stains. Like you want to be like honest about whatever you're selling and etc. So it is a little bit of work to get stuff sold that way.
Whereas the way you guys do it, it's more you do all of that work where you're looking at what it's like and the condition and what the quality is, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So, for the little colony, we just ask that you send all of your stuff into us. It doesn't matter what condition it's in. Like you can know that it's a shirt that's completely stained. And we will go through and sort all of that, and we'll determine, is it something that needs to be recycled? So like we'll actually recycle the clothing instead of throwing them away. Or is it something that maybe we want to donate to charities? So we have specific charities picked out that we will donate to. Or is it something that we want to recycle into the Little Colony system? So we would put it in our system, and then we are doing monthly outfit box rentals. So inside each box is 5 outfits and a complete outfit. So like the top and bottom, like you can wear it from head to toe basically that day. And we will give you that for that entire month so you can wear those 5 outfits.
And then do they return those 5 outfits in the next box? Okay, cool.
Nice.
That's fun.
Yeah. So they return those, and then you can keep them if you're like, oh, I was really vibing with these outfits and I want to wear them one more month. You can keep them, or you can return them and then obviously get like a fun new set of outfits for the next month.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
Hannah and Maddie, you guys don't have kids yet, right?
No.
No.
Okay, so you're gonna find like every kid's different, but then there are some kids that are like obsessed with one item
Yeah.
or something for like but it's usually like a month.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get a new obsession going. Like,
That absolutely makes sense. I mean, I have nieces or nephew and younger cousins, and like the way kids are when it comes to just how particular they are with their clothing is so funny. Whether it's being obsessed with like a dress, one of my little cousins like wouldn't wear jeans. She had to be in leggings or dresses, or like couldn't wear jeans. Couldn't.
Yeah.
And I get it. I have preferences too as an adult. So it's giving them that autonomy. That's awesome.
Jeans are not comfy sometimes, so I get it. There's obviously like a lot of different places that have like rental boxes. And then there's places that will just like ship you, like a Stitch Fix, like they'll send you like, here's some tops and here's some pants. But we felt pretty strongly about like doing the outfits, because I think sometimes with those boxes, it's like, okay, this is a super cute top, but I don't have like the right pants to go with it. Let's just make it like an entire outfit. We're doing that work for them. And then they don't have to worry. You've got 5 days, your kid's dressed, say your kid outgrew everything in their closet. You can sign up for this box and then like you're good for 5 days and you don't have to worry about those 5 days. So
how often can they change their sizing? Like every month, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And then ultimately, like it's a month-to-month payment, but you could change it whenever you want. If the outfits aren't working that month and you want to switch it out, we'll just switch it out.
I just want you guys to know that there is a severe thunderstorm happening over my house right now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oops.
You shouldn't have made those Wizard of Oz jokes.
No, it's happening. I am, the only reason why I'm saying it is because if I drop off, I think it'll stop recording, Maddie, so you're gonna have to just pick up the recording.
Understood.
And then I'll pop on when I can. Yeah, because we had a bad thunderstorm last night and the lights kept flickering on and off, and then it's just, I have a horrible house.
That sounds haunted. The way you're describing it sounds haunted.
It is haunted.
No.
Listen, okay, can I just tell you that my friend and her husband were in visiting, and her husband is a nurse, and he was here, and he goes, man, I just like keep seeing stuff out of the corner of my eyes. And I go, Matt, why would you say that? And he's like, it's weird. That's what happens to me at the hospital. And I'm just like, it's my house is haunted.
Oh,
I don't know if it's just spooky. I have a
house.
spooky 200-year-old mirror in my house, and I really think it's just a portal at this point.
Oh, you gotta get rid of that.
No, it's the cutest. It's the cutest piece of furniture. I could never get rid of it. I
Oh my
love
God.
it. It's so bad.
Do you watch Stranger Things?
Okay, I literally did not watch it after halfway through season 2 because I got so scared.
Yeah, it's I would say don't watch it.
Yeah, this season's like the scariest. I had nightmares immediately.
Yeah, I haven't watched the second half, volume 2 of the season that just came out. We'll watch it eventually. I don't know. I like the show. I sort of fell off after like season 2.
This past season, I feel like was pretty good. I haven't done
Yeah.
like I know they just came out a new episodes. We haven't seen those, but the ones that came out like in the spring were good.
Yeah.
But terrifying at the same time. Terrifying.
Terrifying. Very terrifying. I just love the characters though. Like, I think they're so funny, and especially Steve. Definitely Team
Yes,
Steve.
I love Steve.
Yeah.
Steve is very likable.
Yeah.
The Steve Dustin relationship is just charming.
It's very charming. I felt like the Elle storyline was like a little boring this season. It was just like not capturing my attention.
Right? I was like, okay, well,
Yeah, exactly.
is there another? Was that the end of it?
I don't think so. I haven't read that for certain, but the way that it ended is like setting itself up for the next one.
I was gonna say, I think there's gonna be one more season.
I heard on the first episode you guys know each other from college.
Mm-hmm.
So where does Sean come in the mix? Who is Sean? Is he a friend from college too?
Friend from college. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys both move to LA together, you and Sean, or?
No, he's in Chicago. He just works from home and edits, and is someone that we were like, hey, can we con you into helping us? And so far it's worked.
We just keep conning more and more people into helping us at this point.
Yeah.
We have like a small team of people that just are being paid with our love and affection at this point. Which is just more than you could ask for, because we could not do it alone. It's too much.
No one can.
Katie, I don't know. I think, did you share about your kids yet?
I have 2 girls, 7 and 5. They're not bow wearers. They don't wear bows. They hardly let me do their hair. It's always down and messy. And if I brush it, they're screaming the whole time. And then part of me is okay with that, because they're going to grow up and there's going to be a lot of pressure to be pretty all the time. So I don't care. Like, that's fine. When it starts getting naughty is when I'm like, please let me brush your hair. And my husband is a kid as well. So they have like a built-in dad/brother. So they also play with a lot of guy toys, like whatever. Yeah. They're a blast. They're really funny, crazy at the same time, but they're like best of friends too.
That's a good age gap.
Yeah. When it comes to toys and everything, is that something you guys are part of the rental program? Is that what you mean when you guys say you can rent things? Is it more toys, or is it more like mom stuff like strollers or things like that?
We are going to be doing things in phases. Right now, the phase is the rental, is the clothing box, but the next phase we're going to be adding on toys. And then eventually we'll be adding on strollers, swings, bigger items that stay in good condition because they don't get used too much. So we'll be adding those on eventually as well. But yes, toys as well. And which I'm so excited for, because my kids go to the store and they just need a toy every time we go. I'm like, you don't get a toy every time. Just today, I got in a big fight and my daughter like threw a fit. I love how I just said everything's perfect and they're great. And now I'm telling you a story about her throwing a fit in the store. And I had to walk her out without buying anything and she was screaming, but she is perfect.
She's both. She's both.
She's both.
Girls are multifaceted. We are multifaceted.
Yes. But no, it's going to be nice. Like, I do think that's something that people like find fun and appreciate, because it'll be like a really fun, exciting thing for the kid to get for a month. And then that's usually what happens with toys. They love them and then they're done with them. So
yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering what the plan was, because I know just from my limited non-mom experience, there's like very fancy strollers. And I was like, if you were going somewhere like to Disney and you wanted a certain type of stroller, it would be nice if there was a place that you could like for a month rent one and then give it back, because it was like you didn't need it for that long. It's like renting from your friend. It's just like borrowing from a friend.
Yeah, and I think some people are like, oh, I have to have this very specific type of stroller. And then there's other people who are just like, like whatever works, whatever's going to get my kid around. I think when you're like a new parent, you're like very particular. Like everything has to be just so. And then with the second kid, you're like, whatever we have to do to survive, So
Yeah.
Like, it kind of depends on like what stage you're at too,
And then Nicole, what happens when you get a third?
My God. It
All
was funny
bets are
'cause
off.
when you asked me how many kids I had, I should have said it's 3, but it feels like 300. And that's what I always used to joke about at Niven. Like, I have too many kids. It's just too many.
There's too many of them.
You're outnumbered. My parents said they never wanted to be outnumbered.
Smart.
It's pretty crazy, but it's the nice thing is like they're getting a little bit older. Like you kind of turn that corner. Like when they're babies and toddlers, obviously, like they need more supervision. But like my oldest son is 10 now, so he's kind of like a little bit more self-sufficient. It starts getting easier in a way. Okay, maybe it's not like completely overwhelming, but you know, then it's just like new things that we have to like figure out.
New, fun, exciting, growing old kids type
Yes.
stuff. I don't know about that.
In this new day and age, which like, I'm like, I don't even understand everything that's going on in the world. And I be responsible for teaching him. It's a little terrifying.
Yeah, I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine.
Schedule is just all their activities. Nicole, I can't even imagine your schedule. It's like my kids are in like one thing a season where we have friends that they're in like 5 or 6 things. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a lot.
But honestly, when I was reading your website, I thought that was what was most important, was that you guys just are like, we'll come get it and we'll do all of the stuff that you don't want to do because I know you don't have the time to do it. I was like, this is so awesome. I wish I had kids to give you guys clothes.
Even for me, like, I don't know, do you guys do like grocery delivery service? I mean, I'm sure we all have something we do that we're like an efficiency for our life, keep going, streamline.
Fun fact, I used to have a grocery, I used to use Shipt. And my mom found out that I was paying to have my groceries delivered, and she got so mad at me that she said she's going to do my grocery shopping. So by Wednesday morning every week, I have to send her my grocery list, and then she goes and gets my groceries because it's like when she goes grocery shopping, and then I have to go pick them up at her house or she'll drop them off.
Oh my God.
She's my
That's
significant
amazing.
other. She's my mom and wife. So I get it. You need efficiencies. You need those little efficiencies.
Everything I do is for efficiency's sake.
When I first started using the grocery delivery, I would purposely put in diapers or baby medicine. I felt like really weird and guilty about getting my groceries delivered. And so I was like, oh, I got to make this person like know that I'm overwhelmed right now and I can't do it. So my kid wouldn't even be sick. I'd be like, children's Tylenol. Like,
a nose Frida and children's Tylenol.
I got over it. I realized that lots of people do it and it's fine. But like the first few times I was like, oh no, I don't want them to judge me for having my groceries delivered.
That makes me feel so good to hear someone else thought about something in depth like that, because I would do the same thing, and it just makes me feel good. Actually, this is a good segue into as per usual, everybody, we force the guests to give us their birth information so that we can run their astrology charts on them. And I was going to say, my favorite thing about all of our charts is that we have the same moon, the three of us, Katie, Nicole, and I, all have Sagittarius moons. Maddie, do you have what's your moon? Libra. I was going to say, I'll tell you guys your big three really quick, and then we'll see if Maddie has any commentary on it. But Nicole, you are a sun in Cancer. Your moon is a Sagittarius, and your rising is a Leo. And I just want to say, we have 2 out of the 3 same big three.
Is it the Leo?
Sagittarius.
Okay. I'm very excited about that. I have no idea what it means, but I love it. And
I'll tell you.
So excited. Okay, yes.
So Sagittarius moon, the joke is that that's like the cult leader people. They're the ones that are like, can get people to rally behind them, make people get into like a certain direction and things like that, and like are very leadershipy. So I was laughing, and then since we have the Leo-ness of it all, we just are obnoxious.
Yep.
On top of it. Okay, checks out. And then you're a Cancer, so I drag Cancers on this show all the time because they're just so emotional.
Yeah. Yes. You know how I feel about being a Cancer. I'm like, man, just like 2 or 3 more days and I could have been a Leo. If only my mom would have held out Like she could have made it if she would have tried harder. If she would have just tried a little harder.
You're so close. You're so close. It's close enough that it's like, oh, maybe you're not as emotional as most Cancers and you're closer to Leo.
Yeah.
And then
At least you have that Leo rising, though.
yeah.
It makes up for it. It makes up for the water.
The water works.
Yeah.
It's just so funny because I always say that like water and fire don't mix because water puts out the fire. So when people have like water and fire in their big three, I just am like, oh my God, that has to be a tough thing to deal with.
Sure, one of these.
Katie, you've got a lot going on, I would say. You've got, which Maddie's going to be excited. Your son is in Libra.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. And then you've got the Sagittarius moon, like we said. So you're a cult leader by definition, for sure, which is good to start a little colony, I would say. Your rising is a Scorpio,
So,
which I think is just a strong lady.
Okay, I don't know much about this. Maybe you could fill me in on what this all means.
Yeah.
I know I'm a Libra, like in general.
Yes. A quick rundown for the group. Your sun sign is what you're normally the one that you know of, and that's usually the one that you're reading horoscopes off of. And Maddie, that's what you present to the world?
It's like your ego, yeah. So it's like what you are outwardly, if you will, just like existing.
Okay.
And then your moon is like your emotions and like that part of you. And then your rising is like
your mask, like how people see you.
What's weird too, or what you should know, is your sun sign is like not the one you should be reading your horoscopes off of. You should be reading your horoscopes off of your rising. So when you read your horoscope, you should look at Scorpio, and Nicole, you should look at Leo.
Wait, so Hannah, is yours Leo and Leo?
Yeah.
Like, okay, that makes, because I'm like, you're a Leo though.
Yeah,
you're a Leo.
Yeah.
No, it's bad. It's bad.
It's bad.
You recognize it at least.
But I know that's a lot of mumbo jumbo for a lot of people, but I'm thinking if we talk about it enough, everyone will get educated on the podcast and then we'll all listen. I think it's the way of the future at this point. It's getting more and more popular.
Absolutely. I mean, all it is patterns. It's just understanding patterns.
And it's like more targeted, like it's deeper information than just the date.
It's how you were affected by the planets when you were at the moment you were born.
Oh.
It's where the planets were when you were born and how those affect you. Because listen, we're, 80-something% water, and we're all affected by molecules and all that stuff. So it's all a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but I think it's probably important at some point.
Oh, I've always read my horoscope. Like I've been that, like even when I was a kid, I was reading it.
Good.
I never got that. Like I didn't know that I shouldn't be reading Libra. So my whole life I've been reading the wrong one.
Well,
it's okay. You can be reading it. It's like, honestly, if you read all of it. So I could read every horoscope and it should technically like affect or like affect a part of my life. It just is like what aspect of it, depending on what house, like what you have ruling your like third house or what, like it all changes, but it would be like, okay, so this actually is about like career for you or your love life or like different aspect. And so you could read it and be like, okay, this is like a horoscope for my job. This is a horoscope for my money, for my relationships, and go through it that way.
If you want to read two of them, read your sun and your rising, because it'll give you a good full picture of a concept of what's going to be happening.
I'm excited for this episode to come out because I wanted to write all of this down, but I didn't want to seem nerdy. So I'll just do it when that
we'll just send it to you.
Or great. Can you send that to us?
Yeah. My life is me trying to figure out a computer because I'm 85.
Oh, but Hannah, you were always our IT.
Because my problem is I don't know how to use like Google Docs, and that's what all Gen Zers and everybody knows how to use is like all the Google stuff. Yeah. And I don't know how to use any of that. And like this is on Google, and I'm like, well, I have your stuff right here, but I can't get it to you. I don't know how to get it to you.
Maddie, so you moved out to LA. What are you doing in LA, or how come you moved out there? I just have to say, I love California and LA. My brother went to school out there, and I would visit him all the time and pretend I lived there.
I am the same way. I can't believe I do live out here now. I'm an actor in my like regular life, but I also work / am like helping found a production company, so doing a lot of that stuff. And then my muggle job is with Broadway World, which is a live theater and entertainment like news platform, sort of, if you will. I do ad sales for them. And technically it's remote, but my region is now the West Coast. So doing all of that and just living it up by the beach.
Awesome. Sounds exciting.
It is very nice. I definitely don't want to go somewhere where the weather's not this nice anymore. Like, I kind of, now that I'm here, I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
I was going to say I went and visited her because we traveled
Yes.
across the country in a U-Haul together and then just arrived in LA. And the weather there was just so nice. The fact I had to come back here was unbelievable. Just the fact that the heat is not so humid.
Mhm.
I mean, the humidity out here is just so bad.
Yeah.
Do you miss the seasons though? Because that's always everyone's argument. Like, well, I would miss the season.
I haven't decided because I haven't been here long enough, to be honest. I don't know. My family's still in the Midwest, so I will go back like for the holidays and stuff. So it might be enough for me to go back for the cold for like 2 weeks. I think I'll miss fall, but I won't miss winter.
I was going to say fall is like the best. It's the
Because
best.
fall is also like kind of a week long. So part of me is hoping it just sort of feels like fall here in January, and maybe it'll like trick my brain.
I would die. I would die without snow. I just couldn't do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%.
I think I'd be okay for a little bit without snow.
I feel so the opposite.
No,
It's like
I get
good
it.
for one day. I feel like one day on Christmas or whatever, somewhere around there, and that's it.
That's so interesting. I wish it snowed every day of the year.
What is wrong with you?
I could not be sicker by that statement.
I just think it's so nice and pretty and cold and fun, and everything's so quiet and clean. And then everyone complains because they're like, it gets so dirty. And I'm like, right, but if it snows again, it covers up that dirty stuff. And that's why I said I like when it continues to snow.
That is like a very like that snow, and it's like so peaceful and you can't hear anything. Like I do
Yeah.
like that. But the cold, you like the cold?
I love when your face gets sucked back when you first walk outside because it's so cold and then you can't breathe for a moment because it takes your breath away.
See, okay, I feel similarly, but when you get in a hot car, like when you get in a hot car and it's like hard to breathe and it's sauna-like, I love it. I'll just sit there for a couple minutes. I won't turn the car on.
Maddie,
Okay,
I will get in a hot car. I won't get in it. I will sit outside of a hot car and turn it on with the air and stand outside of it. I won't get in a hot car.
You use your automatic start in the summer
Yes.
where everybody else uses it in the winter.
Yes, 100%.
No, you're wrong. Just so we're clear.
No, for sure. Absolutely. I get it.
Yeah, well,
Guys, I only have like one more question for you, which is how did you guys come up with the name Little Colony?
There was a store that my mom would take me to when I was a little kid, and it was a kid's store called the Little Colony. But I checked, and it's not open anymore. It's like gone.
There you
I
go.
like the name a lot. I thought it was really cute. It reminded me of my childhood. This is not going to be for everybody. There are some people out there that are like, my cousins live right by me. I get all their stuff, blah, blah, blah. And that's great for those type of people. I don't have that. Like, I don't have my family right by me where I could like give stuff to them or get stuff from them. I do think of it as like we're creating like a little colony of like an ecosystem where people can get things that they want to use for a little bit, but not necessarily want to buy.
But I like that. I think it worked out really well. I like the idea of you guys creating this little colony of people because that's the thing we're missing in this time of age is nobody has their colony of people to help them raise kids. It's like we all just shoved everyone off into single family homes and nobody helps each other with anything.
Yeah. And we have like a lot of plans for like the future and how we can expand on that community and like do special things for people who are a part of the little colony. So we have lots of ideas. We're starting just in phases for now, but like we're definitely excited about what we can, kind of bring to people in the future.
I love that. That's so good that you guys have a scaling plan. Please, like Maddie and I have any kind of scaling plan. This is so good to hear what you guys are doing.
Taking notes.
Yeah.
No, it is so great, especially our generation and those coming up we're having to figure out what community and family is and how to help each other and serve one another. And I think that it's not an embarrassing name. It's a very cute name or an embarrassing story.
Yeah, I was
It's
embarrassed that I'm like stealing it from some lady.
No, but it's
She'd probably love it. She'd probably want it to live on.
It's
Yeah,
true.
If she's still alive, like
Probably not. Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
maybe.
Who knows?
So where
Yeah.
can everybody find you guys on the social medias of them all?
Yeah. So at Instagram, we're at The Little Colony. And then Katie, is it the same for the Facebook? It's also,
I think so, yeah.
yeah.
Is Facebook one of your main platforms? Because I feel like a lot of okay, good, great. So back to Instagram.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Instagram is more of your main platform?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's where more of our people are hanging out.
Yeah, whatever we're posting on Instagram just automatically gets posted on Facebook. Our website is thelittlecolony.com.
I love that you guys got the little colony on everything. We've had to like mess around with our names for stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pay people off to get all of our names.
Oh, really? That's frustrating.
It's our own fault.
We're struggling with like a hashtag. I mean, we have some hashtags, but it's like everyone's already used all these hashtags. So it's like some weird random things,
Do you guys go on TikTok at all? Do you have a TikTok of the...
No, we don't. Do you guys?
Yes, I 10 out of 10 recommend TikTok because it's really good with the hashtags. You can really get your videos all linked together, and then if people like them, they'll start seeing the same ones. And if you create one for like around here and use like the Chicago hashtag all the time, then it'll keep popping up on Chicago people's TikTok.
Oh, really?
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say definitely encourage TikTok.
Yeah, it's the way of the future. And then you should just find a Gen Zer to do all of your social media.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you both so much for having us on here.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Listen, we're happy to have you. I hope you guys build more of a little colony off of this because I think it's mostly our friends and family listening. So
Perfect.
I think it'll be good to get the word out around this area. And then Maddie's little area of LA, they can just listen in and hear what they should be doing. And then you guys might be shipping all the way out to California.
Hey, we'll do that. That sounds good.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Perfect. You heard
All
it
right,
here
ladies.
first, folks.
Well, thank you very much for coming on. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
too.
You too.
Thank you both. You guys
Bye,
are
guys.
awesome.
Bye.
You.
Well, that was Katie and Nicole from the Little Colony. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to the episode. We enjoyed having them on the show. It was nice to see them. I don't get to see them often. So I was happy to get to catch up with them. I'm sorry. It was great to get all caught up with them. Catch Up Only is on Wednesdays at 7, streaming live on Twitch nearest you.
Don't forget it. Hannah, is it true? Is there merch coming?
Maddie, is there? Can we figure out a baby influencer logo?
Listen, if we don't stop being so gosh darn picky.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
I'm not sure who just joined us on the podcast. I think I lost my co-host, Maddie.
She's been gone.
But anyway, we should have merch coming soon, at least stickers. I think we've got a cute logo set up for Ketchup Only. I think we've got a cute logo for All Caught Up. And Baby Influencer's going to get there. We're going to get there with it. And I think it's going to look cute on merch once we get it there.
Hannah, how early is too early to go to bed?
It's never too early to go to bed, especially when your depressy eppies are happening.
Don't blame it on me, blame it on America. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you doing this weekend, Hannah?
I'm hopefully getting a lot of stuff done in the house. I need to do a
Ooh.
lot of painting, a lot of outdoor
Perhaps-
stuff.
Perhaps an inconsistent show stream?
That would make me do it.
I have some crafting I could do.
I think we should do that. I think we should do that.
All right, folks, you heard it here first. But you just got to follow us on Twitch so you get the notifications.
Yes, you do.
Twitch.tv/babyinfluencer.org. Baby influencer? I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, we also will post on, everything to let you know that we're going to be going live.
Or not.
Or we'll surprise
on-
you, I guess.
Turn on your notifications.
She's
Quit
done.
being a trifling hoe.
There you go. That's it. Everybody, follow us on all of the social media. You should know it by now, but we've got Baby Influencer and All Caught Up on most things. If you look us up, you'll find us.
And if you can't find us, you're not actually trying that hard.
It's true.
You know?